and welcome to the Armor Up Talks podcast. I am Ashley Torian and I am the host of this show. I am the vitality coach, and in that, I bring energy and vitality. We all want more energy. We all want to feel good in our own skin. We all want to be able to digest food and life efficiently and with ease. We want to live free, right? From the tummy ache, from the belly ache, from the trap, from the struggle, from the chaos that stress creates in our life. We want to live free of all of that. And how do we do that? How do we increase our level of vitality and our level of health and live without a struggle? How does that happen? And in this process and in this podcast, I will share with you different ways that you can begin tapping into that freedom. I was lost in a jail cell of my own that I created, a self-imposed one. And I loved life and I wanted to live it freely. However, I didn't feel free. I was inundated with worry, fear, and anxiety attacks, anxiety big time, and scared of every little thing that came my way. But I finally, through the journey of that worry, I was able to break myself free of it. And I know that there's some who live inside that worry and they're not able to find their way out of it. And I believe that that's what my purpose is for. Part of my reason for being is to help people who are in a struggle, whether it's with their physical body, not having the help that they would love, being lost inside their own body dysmorphia. Maybe there's even eating issues, eating challenges, eating disorders. And then there's also just the emotional baggage that the world stress creates within us, that we allow to create within us. Remember when I said that I had created my own jail cell that I had lived in? It's true. The external world, there's a pattern in it, right? There's a fear pattern in the external world. And we get to decide if we're going to buy into that or not. We get to decide, where is our focus going to be? Is it going to be on that fear that the external world talks about and acts on and reacts to and is in the muck of it? Do we want to buy into that? Or do we, in that moment, are we choosing to have that power within us to go, no, it's not mine. I'm not going to participate. Do you have that desire, that strength of will, the mindset to not buy into the fear? That fear just wreaks havoc on your physical body, and you are only given one in this lifetime. So we got to take care of it, right? And that is my job. That is why I am here, is to help you care for your physical body so that your physical body is the incredible vehicle for you to participate fully and engage in your life and love it and feel free all along the way. It's our mindset and our emotional patterns that wreak havoc on our physical body. So let's get those in order. This month's focus is on balance. How can we create balance in our life? And what is balance? What does it really look like to be in balance? Most people say that everything is, 50-50. It's all even. It's got to be fair, right? So all the areas of your life, they've got to be fair to each other. They can only take 50%, so the other half can have the equal opportunity. Well, guess what? That is not real. That is not what truly happens. Balance is a shared event. Balance is being in the flow of it. Balance is not even. Some days, let's say my family life I will be at 70% with my family life, meaning that the effort, the energy, 70% of me, of the balance of me, goes towards my family. And then the other 30% may be inside something else, whether it is my health or whether it is my physical activity and recreation, or maybe it is in romance. Who knows what it could be? But relationships, we know, are never a 50-50. Relationships work together, they're in the flow with one another. So sometimes my husband's pulling 60% of the show and I'm only pulling 40. Or maybe one time I'm pulling 60% and he's pulling 40. Or what about those times when one of them is really just having a difficult time? One could be pulling 90% while the other is just drawing 10. But they're still together. They're still working together. They're in the flow together. They're ebbing and flowing. That is the way our areas of life within us work. We ebb and flow with them, and it brings balance to our internal world. So we want our energy and our vitality to be in flow with every area of our life. But we won't be 100% in every area all the time. We wouldn't be able to do that. But we can. Each area on its own can stand independently and be 100%. But our involvement with it in any given day, it's going to ebb and flow. So how do we know if we are in balance? And it's when we feel the flow, when we feel the ease, when we feel the peace, when stress is not on our shoulders. It's when we are relaxed and at ease, we're in balance. How easy is this? How easy is it for us to be in balance at any given time? Well, you know, we humans are geared towards, our brain is geared towards fear, right? It's geared towards seeing what's wrong and either desiring to make it right or getting in the cesspool of what makes it all wrong. We have a choice, right? It depends on if you live with the glass half full or half empty. Depends on how you see problems. But our mind is geared towards fear and seeing the less than and seeing all that's not possible versus what's possible. We as humans are given the choice. That is our greatest power, is our power to choose, which that is a really good book. I bring that up a lot. And if you have not read the book, Your Greatest Power, it is phenomenal. It's a really little bitty thing and it has a lot of wisdom in it. But our greatest power is our power to choose. Our power to choose how we want to participate, our power to choose how we engage, the power to choose what we want to believe. And we can either believe that stress is a part of our life and we might as well just deal with it, or we can believe, you know what, I've got this. I can master the stress and I can walk through my life with ease and grace. Is this an easy process? No, because our mind is geared towards fear. However, when you know how to resolve emotions, when you know how to put things in order and see the truth and what is truth and stick with that, integrate that into your mind, into your subconscious mind, so that that is what is the automatic response, then you will live free and you will live in balance. It's beautiful. So let's talk a minute about what it looks like to be out of balance. So when we're out of balance, we are mentally struggling. So we have fatigue, foggy mind, and fatigue of the mind. We don't think clear. We can be moody, nice and moody when we are out of balance, disheartened, discouraged. When we're out of balance, we tend to procrastinate. And sure, you probably procrastinated on the process of getting out of balance, but then when you're out of balance, it's hard to get out of that procrastination. Other signs of this out of balance is poor eating habits. You tend to choose foods that are not as nourishing for the body. We also tend to choose times of eating, and that not only pulls us out of balance, but keeps us out of balance. So if your time of eating is late at night, you're going to feel really out of balance the next day. Dehydration. When you are not drinking enough water, you can get out of balance. Not only are you physically, physiologically out of balance because your body is needing the water, but it impacts your mood and your thinking processes. Signs of out of balance are lack of sleep, staying up too late, not getting in your full 7 to 9 hours. It's also interrupted sleep. So when we're out of balance, we can feel a lot of yuck and murkiness within our very being and our soul. Our soul is our mind, our heart, and our emotions. And when we're out of balance, those three take a hit. They take a hit big time. And your digestion can begin to take the hit. So, what can we do to get back in balance? So, if you participate in my blog, then you receive an email every Monday. And this week or this month, every Monday's um, email has to do with the topic of balance. Where is the magic? And the magic, y'all, that's step number one, is finding where's the magic in all of this. And the magic is found in your perspective. So if your perspective is less than, the glass is half empty, or seeing what is not possible, then you're not going to see your life is very magical. However, if you just shift your perspective, then it's magical. Another week on the blog, I talk about wobbliness. Where are you wobbly? And I love the concept of this and the example that I gave around gymnastics. So I was a gymnast in my younger years, and I loved it all the way up and through my 20s. I loved gymnastics. I loved the strength of it. I loved the mobility and flexibility. I loved the bounding, the jumping, the leaping, the twirling, whatever it is. I loved gymnastics. And it was really fun. And I loved the balance beam. It wasn't one of my best at all. The floor was where I thrived. I loved the floor. And the balance beam was just fun. But I noticed that whenever I had great balance, but when I would try a new trick, I would get wobbly. And when we get wobbly, we begin looking down. And when we look down, we lose it and we fall off the balance beam. However, when you get wobbly, if you allow your body to find its own flow and rhythm up there on that beam, and keep your eye above the line, keep your eye straight out in front of you, you can find your balance. This is just like in life, y'all. When we are feeling wobbly, that means that our thinking is going below the line. So the way that we find our balance again is by re-engaging the mind above the line. Recite phrases, affirmations, scripture, recite verses, anything that is above the line thinking, and keep that in your mind all the time. Because when we're above the line in our thinking, we don't lose our balance. We stay in balance. And then the other point that I make in the blog post this week is about truth. It's really, come on, tell the truth, right? We love to fake it till we make it. And if we fake it, we're not going to make it. However, if we stand in the truth of who are we truly, right? Who are you designed to be, and who are you at your core? When you are that truth, you will be in balance and you will be in flow. But a lot of the time, we fake it till we make it. We put a coat on that's not really ours because we don't feel that truth yet. So we tell ourselves a lie in order to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and keep going, or to just push through, to keep trying to grip, to strangle life, right? In order to hold on to it. That doesn't work. And that only keeps us more out of balance. So we got to tell the truth. We got to tell the truth. Where are you really? Where are you really? I love it so much when I will do some kind of post or something around stress, and And people say, "Oh, I don't have any stress at all." And I think, "Oh my gosh, I want your life." You don't have any stress? Wow, that is amazing. Because even the most positive person, I believe, experiences stress. However, they just know what to do with it. They know how to process it. They know how to emotionally resolve, get it out of their body. They know when hard times come their way, they know how to work with it and process through it. And there's also a stress that is called a eustress, and that is a very beneficial stress. It makes us stronger. So to think that we will never experience stress is a little naive because we are human beings with a fear based mind. So when we are looking at this idea of telling the truth, be truthful of where you are, because the only way you can move forward is if you realize exactly where you are. Where are you in the process of your life? What are you truly allowing to enter into the mind to pull you off course? Where are your saboteurs? And let's do something about them, right? We can't suppress that stuff. We can't sweep it under the rug. We can't stuff it down because it will only rise to the occasion. That's faking it till you make it. It's the suppressing, the stuffing. That is the fake it till you make it. And that is not going to get you ahead. However, if we work with it, if we master it, if we resolve those emotions, if we see what truth is and we engage in truth in our mind and get our subconscious mind planted with life giving thoughts and patterns and beliefs and to have them fully integrated in, that is when we work with it and we master the stress. So this month, we're taking a look. We're taking a deep look of where are you in your life? Is your head up in the clouds and are you faking it till you make it? Or are you really working with things? Do you have the tools? Do you have the tools to emotionally resolve? Do you have the tools to work with the stressors that are in your life and not let them have you? Are you able to walk through your life in circadian rhythm, eating to the point of energy, fueling your body so that you have increased health, energy, and vitality? Are you hydrating? Are you sleeping 7 to 9 hours? Are you taking care of all the business for your physical body so you are vibrantly healthy? That is the question this month. Are you doing what you can do to keep your vehicle, your physical body thriving so it can carry you through your life, living the life that you love? That's what it's about. So if you have disordered eating, if you have body dysmorphia, if you see things as the glass, for instance, if you see it as half empty in every aspect of your life, if you have some sabotaging patterns that are coming up, causing you to procrastinate, causing you to sweep things under the rug, then say no more. Say, I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. I'm done with this. And you can get going on the road. Just take action steps. Take action steps. And as always, if you need any guidance, any mentoring, anything at all, please always feel free to reach out to me. You can catch me through on Facebook at Ashley Frederick Torian, message me through there, or you can email me, contact me through my website, and I would love to see how I can help. All right. Then finally, in blog, the blog. So if you are signed up for my email, and if you would love to be, then simply message me through Facebook. That's a great way to get me. Send me your email address, and I'll get you lined up on the blog to receive those articles every week. And they're short. I keep them very short, where it takes you less than a minute to read it. But the very last one, I share a compilation of my soulful time strategies. And when I say compilation, there's 4 parts to it. so you can begin working through them one at a time. I mentioned that our soul is our mind, our heart, and our emotional center. It is the aspect of us that is developed and created while we're here on earth. And these soulful time strategies will help you master your life and to live free and fully in it. So be sure and send me your email address so you can be on that blog and get these handy little tools around elevating your soul, right? Because it is the soul is what impacts the physical body. And we want our soul just knocking it out of the park. All right. Much love and a big old hug. Again, I am here for you if you need anything at all. Until the next episode of Armor Up Podcast, I look forward to seeing you next time. Till then.